Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Phil over at the Say What You Like Sports Podcast, and it's time to talk about them boys. But not the Dallas Cowboys. I'm talking about them boys from my backyard. I'm talking about the LA Rams. It's time to give them some props. I mean, this LA Rams offense in particular has undergone a complete 180 from where they were in 2016. Now, we know about all the factors that have came into play in changing the fortunes around for the LA Rams offense. First and foremost, getting rid of Jeff Fisher was the biggest and the most key piece in replacing him with Sean McVay, who's just proving himself to be a young, innovative coach that, has reshaped that offense. You know, he's putting the players in the right positions with the right schemes for the players, and they're, obtaining success on all kinds of different levels. You can talk about the revival of Todd Gurley. You could talk about a whole lot of things. But the thing that we don't always, talk about is the trade for Sammy Watkins. And I want to get into that a little bit in a bit. But before I do, I just want to give props to KT, Kevin Touch, who actually won first place in last week's contest. He won the $1,000 here on Anchor. I am going to place a call he made a while back into the station that I never got around to posting, and he pretty much predicted this. Everybody was talking about Wentz and Dak, and he threw a curveball, and he said, hey, what about Jared Goff? I think this team is going to get into the playoffs. So let's check out his call. We'll put up that call in, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about them Rams.
Hey, Phil, thank you for posting my call, and I am going to actually give you an opinion. It's been a while, yeah. I just been busy, man, from school and everything, and I just got into the top 10 station. Things have been taking off. But anyway, I'm going to throw in a real curveball. Yeah, I would take Wentz over Prescott, but how about Jared Goff? He's on fire right now. How about the 5-2 Rams? I'm going to go with Jared Goff. His rookie year last year, kind of a work in progress, but with Todd Gurley, Jared Goff could be somebody on the rise. And the West contenders, I could see them winning the division, or if not, a wild card. Look out for the LA Rams.
Yeah, shout out to my man KT. Thanks for the call. You called it, man. When everybody was talking about some of these other quarterbacks, you definitely threw the curveball and brought up Jared Goff. And Jared Goff is, without a doubt, balling out. Just this week, he's actually up for FedEx Air Player of the Week for Week 12. I don't know how he's going to win it because Phillip Rivers threw for 434 and 3 TDs. But Goff didn't do half bad. I mean, the kid threw for 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 INT. So Goff is continuing to ball out and do his thing. Cooper Kupp, who's actually up for, I think, a Rookie of the Week, was the main benefactor. He had 8 receptions for 116 yards. So, like I mentioned earlier, guys, this LA Rams offense has undergone a complete 180 from where they were last year under Jeff Fisher. But I want to talk a little bit about who I think is a little bit of an unsung hero for this offense, and that's Sammy Watkins. So as you guys probably already know, the Rams traded for Sammy Watkins in the offseason. They gave up cornerback E.J. Gaines and a second-round draft pick to Buffalo. And, I thought that the trade made sense for the Rams at the time, especially because they were going to need all the help they could get on offense. That's the way I was looking at it. I had confidence in the defense, but I knew they needed a little something more on offense. But, I mean, he's really, really helped to turn that tide. I was actually taking a look at some of the plays that the Rams have found success on with Watkins. And Watkins, man, he can get Goff involved early because the threat of the big play is helping to ease the offense early. For instance, in the first quarter, I saw the cornerback pretty much has Watkins on an island, and Watkins is able to give the cornerback a jab step, throw the cornerback off just enough, and just go in for a 12-yard slant. First down, the offense is rolling. Now the cornerback's got to think about that jab step, just something else for him to think about, and, the Rams offense keeps rolling. And, he can make the play on the short passing game, the intermediate routes, and the deep passing game. So Watkins is really helping out this offense a little bit more than we'd like to give him credit for, because when you look at his his yards on the season, I think he only got like 490 yards and 5 touchdowns. So nothing super great, but I mean, the little things that you do and contribute to an offense, I mean, you see that when you watch these games. I mean, the play action works great because of Todd Gurley. Of course, Todd Gurley is balling out, but he's getting his credit. But guess who is the benefactor on some of those play action passes? I'm talking about Sammy Watkins. The Rams and Jared Goff finally have that legitimate number 1 wide receiver that's a big play threat. And I think that's kind of a big part, but a little bit of an unsung part on why this LA Rams offense has, made that complete 180. Long gone seem the days of Jeff Fisher and the inept offense. So hopefully Sean McVay and this LA Rams offense, I mean, it looks to me like they're going to be around balling out for a long, long time. And it's just a matter of what can this young team do in the playoffs this season.
Hey, yeah, this Bando Kev with the Mac 11 pointed at your rev. Stay humble. I do want to give a shout out to the LA Rams this year. Big improvement from last year. We seen what Jared Goff can actually do in an offense that's tailored to him. So it's really exciting to see him play as well. Last year, Jeff Fisher just wasn't the guy. I guess there were some political things going on as to why Case Keenum would be the starter, but everything worked out. Jeff Fisher just doesn't belong as a coach in the NFL anymore. So I'm definitely happy to see that Todd Gurley's not a bust anymore, and Jared Goff is a really good quarterback. So, I'm a new LA Rams fan, originally from LA. So I'm happy I finally get to see a team in my city that's good, and it's the start of a true fan relationship. So stay humble.
Just put up another call in from Bando Kev up on the station here on Anchor. Thanks for the call in, man. And I can't do nothing but agree with you because, Jeff Fisher obviously wasn't the guy. I think we all saw that. I think everybody but the LA Rams organization saw that. But I think they see it now because you see the difference in this team, especially on offense with Sean McVay. So, you know what? Like I said earlier, let's see what these Rams can do. Let's see if they can make some noise in the playoffs. Thanks for the call in, man. I'm going to post a couple more calls in here in just a bit.
How's it going? This is the host of Powerhouse Sports Entertainment. I just noticed you were applauding my station. I appreciate it. I like what you got going on over here. And I'll talk to you later.
Hey, this is Justin with Marketing Mind Grenade. Just calling in to let everybody know the Atlanta Falcons are going all the way this year. Don't doubt them.
Just posted a call in from Justin to the station who reminded us all not to doubt those Atlanta Falcons. They're going all the way. And the Falcons are definitely on the upswing. Kicked the crap out of my Dallas Cowboys a few weeks ago and got themselves on a bit of a roll. Seems like the offense, Julio Jones looks a whole lot more healthy to me. Had a big game this weekend, but I gotta admit, man, mentally, is this team prepared to go all the way? They're definitely a playoff contender right now, but Super Bowl contender? I don't know, man. You might have to call back and convince me exactly why nobody should be doubting your Atlanta Falcons, but thanks for the call in, man. Hope to hear why the Atlanta Falcons, why they shouldn't be doubted this season.
Hey, say what you feel, KT. I just want to say thank you on behalf of the Kevin Touch KT listeners around the world. I'd like to say thank you for your continued support to my station. Keep it real, July Squad forever. And football season's winding down, man, so we'll see what's up with that. Keep hustling now for sure. Take it easy.